Exactly. We just did a 17-minute live stream, and then this woman who like interrupted me with a phone call or 2 phone calls and took me off my train of thought. I'm like, you know what? You're coming on with me. And I'm going to beat you up publicly humiliate you because I want to. Ladies and gentlemen, the incredibly amazing, the absolutely outrageous queen of bread, Nancy Tutton, with us in the house. Young lady, how the hell are you?
Great. And you recovered like a champ, like a boss. Great job. Great job. I am fine. And I am on a friendship high right now because I had a really great podcast last night and I did some really good coaching with a new client today and I'm psyched. I've just been really excited about what I'm doing right now. And I have a statistic for you that's super fun.
Okay. Soft
skills training. Just teaching those upper management people how to do their thing has a 256% return on investment.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. And that's essentially teaching them how to network.
Interesting.
Now, think about your social life now. What would a 256
What social life?
256% increase benefit in your social life look like? I know. And putting it in that perspective has kind of been bending my mind for the last few days, just because learning how to approach people the right way and mingle the right way. And frankly, right now, you can make good friends online. I love you so much. We will take this offline one day, but we haven't even been in the same room together.
No, I know.
And like a lot of things, like French or playing the piano or the trumpet, you don't lose it, you lose it. You don't use it, you lose it. And so many people right now are waiting for the thing to go away so that we can then go to parties again or risking it. Seriously, this is the time to really hone those skills. And so, I walk the talk because I love you and we're here together.
How are you? But I'll tell you this, it's easier. Oh gosh. I got to find out where that stream is that we did where I like lost it on screen with you. But I think it's easier for us to communicate this way digitally than it is face-to-face at a bar or a restaurant or whatever, where you're meeting somebody or a networking thing. But I will tell you, even on some of the digital ones, I was at a digital chamber of commerce thing a few months back. And I was like, I ain't talking to any of you people. I don't know who you are. I ain't talking to you. And I left. It was the same experience for me. It really was. It was the same, like, I just don't want to, but once you let go of that, once I let go of that, it's fun and it's easy and it's great. So this whole piece makes sense. I'm thinking with what you're talking about, I'm thinking that with what I teach on my end at Pride, so I'm talking about producing ridiculously irresistible digital events, or now awesome digital events. That's a new branding that we're using. If you're going to deliver an event, you're still having to present. And on a corporate standpoint, executives still need to be able to do their meetings, whether they be local or not. And that's one marketplace I've not really addressed. And so with what you're suggesting, Nancy, the ability not just to create friendships, but create relationships and network in a way that is connecting us is really important. By the way, you guys that are watching, you can pop in and say stuff to us. Like there's no extra charge.
Yeah.
You're not paying anything for it. So you can use your fingers. See these are called fingers, right? And they go on keyboards, right? And you can use them to actually send messages to Nancy and I, so we can like talk to you and about you and stuff.
Yeah, totally. We'll talk about
amazing. It's amazing how technology works. We won't be long on this because I actually got stuff I have to do additionally. Like I'm on deadline for it, but Nancy and I were gonna have a conversation anyway, and I thought, what the hell? It's probably gonna be work related relative to something that is near and dear to my heart, which are online digital events. So I thought, well, hell, we can have that conversation here, and you guys could listen in and benefit. And I can invite you for tomorrow because Nancy's got an event coming up as well. Actually, same time as mine, so a little conflict there.
Different stuff though.
Yeah, different stuff for sure. Different stuff. We have a little bit of an overlap time-wise.
Too bad you can't ride two horses at once. But I will say you just brought something up that is really top of mind right now, and it's about teams, and that what's going on right now, where a lot of people have scaled back to their A++, their number one players, and that may be the new crew, and they're all going to have a little bit maybe more developed egos, and you may find that those A++ players aren't harmonizing as well as you would expect or want them to. And that was one of the things that really was part of my day today, was helping somebody figure out how to begin crafting that team, the team she has now, into the team that she wants in 2021. Because you may have laid off somebody's best buddy at work, and then on top of that, everybody's working from home. And you may have gotten rid of the buffer between two people and not even realize it. So for people who are running teams and have a group that they work with regularly that's changed recently, then that's really a consideration, because happy people are 13% more productive at work. And having a friend at work is one of the things that makes people happy.
Wait, stop. You guys should write that down. Happier people, 13% more productivity.
They're more productive. And with a friend at work, a good friend at work, they are not only more productive, but they take fewer sick days and they stay longer. So you're not going to have the turnover you would have with a team that was discordant, Yeah.
There's a lot of merit to happiness. There really is. And James, great to see you, my friend. James is in the house. You still in the UK, James? Good to see you, dear friend.
Hi, James.
Been a long time. We got his old history there. We used to travel together. He worked
back when we could travel so much. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. He would fly from the UK to Australia and Thailand and wherever.
Hi, Jay.
Yeah, Jay's back. She couldn't get enough. So it's true.
Nobody can get enough of you.
And same thing with you. Today's been like Love Fest day, because I've been on podcasts and so on, and it's like with people that I love. This is not, like I said earlier on the last stream I did, we're not working. We're having a great time.
Come on my podcast, Energizer.
Say what?
When are you coming on my podcast?
When you're going to invite me.
Consider it done.
Well, that done doesn't mean like, give me the schedule, give me the date. Let's get right down to it, girl. Meanwhile, there's also a list that we need to be, creating, and I'm still waiting for that. Just saying. Because I go to my bedroom and there's
I can't do it by myself. We got to do it.
Only one side of that bed is filled. Okay.
Well,
anyway, that's nobody else. That's nobody else's business. We'll deal with that privately. So what was so you just did your first challenge.
I did a holiday social survival challenge, which was about getting your friend group together. So you have somebody somebody has your back, and managing conversations so that you can stay out of and manage any kind of disagreement if it arises. And it was really successful. I'm pleased with the uptake of the information. I look forward to seeing how people use it over the holiday and get some feedback on those techniques, because really everybody wants to have a good time. For some people, it's their only vacation. If they're trying to have a good time and spending it with you, then one person in the room, it only takes one person to calm a crowd.
Yeah.
It only takes one bad apple to spoil the whole bunch. So I say you should be a good apple. Everybody out there, be a good apple this holiday. Be that one person calming the storm, because that's really all it takes. That's right, Ken.
I got a lot of good apples, baby.
Just make sure they don't make them sleep too hard.
But I'll tell you what, I'm making apple crumble. But a woman in my Pilates class, we were talking about making blueberry crumble, and she did a video for me so I could remember all the ingredients and stuff.
Wow.
And they had apples at the Aldi. So here we go, baby.
Pictures when you're done.
What's that? Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. We'll probably have to do it live stream it while I figure that out.
Of course.
Anyway, there was a point to this, which I've now completely forgotten. Be a good apple. That's great. Jay is awesome. She is so awesome. I want to ask you what your biggest learning from your event was.
As I suspected, I think most people's brains are really full right now. And it is hard to not just process, but to communicate well when you have so much going on in your head. And I think the thing that really resonated with a lot of people was taking a moment to externalize a lot of the to-do lists and the things that are crowding out that working memory that we need to find solutions and to pay attention to other people and be aware of the situation and have those conversations. So really, to be a great communicator, you need to dial back on the self-talk, and clearing that working memory we talked about, several ways to do it, is a great way to get started with that. It really just puts you back on your game.
So what I'm getting at is, what was you did an event. It was your first event.
My big takeaway from it?
You. I mean, I know what you were going through.
Yeah.
Before the event.
It was a lot of work.
Yeah.
It was a lot of work. And your cheerleading absolutely helped me, because having somebody understand what you're going through, and you're like, it's a 5-day challenge. No, dude, it's a 5-day challenge. And
the challenge is for you. Not the people are coming. It's your challenge.
I thought I was going into it prepared, and I still was scrambling every day, because I want to put out high quality. I want to over deliver. And for me to meet my bar with, you don't realize how high it's set until you're trying to reach it yourself. And so and that's my, I guess the takeaway for me was, the more of these I do, the better, because I am doing a good job. I'm pleased with the work I did. And I know that going forward, it will be easier to produce that high quality work without the same level of scramble and freak out.
Yeah. You, if you were to like chart out the emotion that you were experiencing, over like the past
terror, disappointment,
yeah. But
eating brownies, happy, terror, disappointment.
Yeah. And Jay, you can pop in as well, because you just finished doing your first event as well, right? Typically, and this is, I mean, when I teach it, it's pretty clear. So you're going to go into a complete period of hysteria, and the week before, you're going to go. This is a technical term. You're going to go batshit crazy. Would that be about right, Nancy Tilton?
That would be about right. And I can tell you about after day one, because people didn't jump in right away. So I would, even with the timer, I would go live, and there would be a lag or 10 minutes when nobody was there. Ooh. And I got a compliment, and it was a compliment, but it still, it stung. And getting into day two was a little bit harder, because the compliment was, you're doing such a great job. You do so well working with an empty room. And I was like,
oh no. Oh no.
I was like, yay.
Oh no. I'm going to teach you something right now. I want to teach all of you something right now.
Great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I knew it was genuinely a compliment, but I was like, oh dude, that hurt.
Yeah. Right. So, but here's the thing. You got through it. And that's the biggest thing.
Look,
right?
I didn't miss a beat. 10 minutes. I was just like in front of 100 people, and I know that's what she saw too, but she also came in and was the only person there. It was
but
midway.
But they don't need to know that. That's the thing. And here's the other beautiful thing too, is that you now have a huge asset you can work with. Aside from the fact you completed it and you're proud of yourself, and that's awesome, but now you have an asset. So when you're doing, I'll leave it with this, because I got to be someplace actually.
Dinner.
But dinner, hell. I just made turkey burgers, so I'm very happy. With peri seasoning, so it's quite yummy. Anyway, Ken got a new barbecue, so we're happy. My little treat. Anyway, here's the thing. If you use Zoom webinar, while it will restrict your interaction because you can't have your attendees on screen with you, it will not share the number of attendees. So in Zoom meeting, you know exactly how many people are there. You know, 1 or 74, 740. You know, that discloses it. So there is that. But Zoom webinar doesn't let anybody know. So you can talk to the, you know, there's so many of you, I can't get to all the comments, but, and you can turn comments off if you want to. So
I was putting this live into a Facebook group. So
okay. So yeah, I'm not sure what you know about that. But you can, I mean, I typically use Zoom and I'll use, like, StreamYard is pretty much a one-way thing and no one knows anything kind of thing.
Right.
And I love StreamYard. StreamYard, I mean, look at, like, we can go back and forth and we can kind of play with running stuff like that. and then I can kind of just you know, just do you like that because you're so sexy, you know, and then go back to this.
Over here.
It's pretty fun. So there are all sorts of options. But the beautiful thing is that once you've done the first one, you've got major assets to play with. You've got you on video, you got you presenting, you've got testimonials from people that totally fall in love with you. And there's a lot to that. So getting your first event, I mean, I don't want you guys out there watching going, oh, I don't want to go through that. No. Here's the thing to remember about this. And I've been using this metaphor a lot lately. When you go to an amusement park, okay, and you get on the roller coaster, and whether you're going to Disney or wherever else, I don't care where you're at, you go to the roller coaster and you're like, oh, let's go on the roller coaster. Great. So you get there and then you get into the car and they strap you in and everything's fine until they strap you in, right? Then it becomes real. Holy crap. Yeah. And then you start going up. There's a little bit of anticipation. You're not really in total fear yet. But then you get to the top and you look down and you go, holy, and you know the word you're going to say, right? Yeah. And then you start screaming in tongue as you go down and your stomach goes into your gullet. And then your hands go up and it's like, oh, you're not dead yet. And now you're loving it because you're screaming like a little girl, right? And then it ends, right? And then it ends and you get off and what do you say? When can I go back? Let's go and do it again, you know? Yeah. So that's this whole thing. The roller, I mean, one of my students, Pam Heath, did her first event. She was freaked out, totally freaked out until the event started and then it all melted away. And then as soon as it was over, she made money on her first event, even though it was very small numbers. This will inspire you. Next thing she was like, let's schedule the next one. And, you know, it's pretty awesome. So that's where we're at. Now, just to give you a little perspective, Nancy, she had 11 tickets sold at $25 a piece. And that $25 went to nonprofit. So she had no money coming on the front end. She spent out $700 on her marketing for produce the entire event. 8 people showed up at the event. 8, just 8. Now you might think, oh my gosh, but of the 8, 2 made appointments for a $5,000 a month program that she offers. 1 she'll probably finance in some way, which will be $1,500 a month and plus a percentage of sales increase. Nice. So at the very minimum, on a $700 investment on a one-day event, she made $18,000. Could be making $60,000 depending upon. Yeah, I mean, so the numbers don't matter. It's the people that matter. It's do you have the right audience? Yeah. And so you don't need to do a gigantic event. Your event's coming up in a couple of weeks, and I know you and I are both scrambling to fill our events. Doesn't matter. You get the right people. Scrambling.
And in the middle of it all, you know what I did?
I don't.
I raised my hand to do stand-up comedy on Wednesday.
That's right.
And today I did just like the buckle up bit, like you're fine until you actually do it. And I read through or worked through it with an audience today of focus group, and that was unfriggin' nerving, unnerving. So I've got a few adjustments and a lot of memorizing to do.
I applaud you. I want to see you do it. For years, people have said, Ken, you should do stand-up because you're so funny. And I'm like, no.
Jokes is hard.
No, I do, trust me, I do know that. And I also know that from what I've heard, it's very unforgiving. And if you bomb, it goes right to your core. I'm just not interested in that. I remember bombing in St. Louis, Missouri. Or is it Kansas City? No, St. Louis. This is where the Gateway Arch is, St. Louis. Mm-hmm. And oh my God, I was there for a weekend. I was like an event, and I stayed for the weekend because I was going to go. Whenever I would travel, I would try and see a new city.
How?
I had no sales.
Oh.
I had no, and that time I was traveling with boxes and boxes of cassette stuff, and I would, so, if you did well, you didn't bring it home. If you sucked, you had to bring it back. So, it was horrifying. It was horrifying. I remember going to the Gateway Arch, which had never been doing. It was like, oh, Gateway Arch. I was miserable. I was so depressed. I was like, I got to get, but you go through it, you go through it. Yeah, exactly. Don't take me there. Anyway, I got to. Oh gosh, I'm really late. I got to go.
Thank you for dragging me out.
Jay, James, good to see you. Let's catch up.
If you're lonely, come find me at the friendship event.
Yeah, what's the link for that?
It is thefriendshipevent.com.
Well, that's pretty cool. Thefriendshipevent.com.
That's right.
And for tomorrow, we're doing a masterclass. It is absolutely free. You can afford it. sevenfigurestage.com/masterclass. Come and join us because it will be fabulous. I promise.
Can you put the link in the chat, please?
Let me see how I can do this. Banners real quickly here. Let me create a banner real quickly. What is it called? What is it? The Friendship?
Oh, no. Well, I was talking about yours, but yeah, both. I was going to click on yours, but I don't want to navigate away.
I can do it this way, I think. Nope, hang on. The Friendship Event. There we go. Yeah, I got both of them. How about that? So yeah, friendshipevent.com and Seven Figure Stage. So tomorrow's a masterclass. Come do that. It is free. It is going to be awesome. I'm so excited about doing it. And I think that
about. When do you start?
I think it's 3 o'clock Eastern. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's 3. I think it's 3 o'clock Eastern. Tomorrow is my time. Yeah, it's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Ooh. I just did it. I got to change something. It is scheduled for 3 o'clock Eastern time, but I'm going to have to move somebody else's calendar. You know what? I may change mine. I may make it 2 o'clock Eastern time. I'm going to make it 2 o'clock Eastern time because
so it's 1 o'clock my time.
Yeah, because
I have another 30. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. And
You're
thank you, Nabi. And you can put the friendship event there as well, if you don't mind. So yeah, I'm going to move it up. I'm going to change it right now and make it for earlier because we just started the marketing on it now. So it'll be at, thank you for that. Cause I have a scheduling conflict. I have a scheduling conflict. I don't know how I did that scheduling conflict, but I did. So there you go.
There you go.
Fixing it now. Yep. I'm doing it right now. Okay, cool. Thanks everybody for watching. Love you. Thank you, Nabi Kleinman. You're the best. Sylvia, Jake, James, Ma, I love you. Bye.